Hello there, it's David here from Dingle Lane. Today I'm going to have a little bit of a talk about my two favourite subjects, logistics and the environment. And in particular, bringing them together in the form of green logistics. Now, of course, you're fully aware as people in the sector that logistics cost is not just about money. It's all the external costs related to climate change, air pollution, dumping of wastes, soil degradation, noise, vibration, accidents, and so on and so forth. And reducing this cost is a key part of making sure that you operate a green logistics business. It's been something that's been gaining prominence substantially through the logistics and supply chain over the course of the last couple of years, and is becoming far more vital to the sector now to really bring in proper green credentials and management control systems and to mitigate the costs of their environmental impact for a number of reasons. Firstly, of course, we all know consumers are increasingly taking an interest in that, and there is evidence that they are supporting and promoting those suppliers who take these issues seriously. Secondly, from a regulatory and political framework, we of course bear in mind the Paris Agreement targets for 2030, which I had a look at the figures the other day, and quite frankly, we are way off going to hit those. In fact, the performance of the world economies against the Paris Agreement climate change targets is woeful, to put it bluntly. I mean, we are just so far away from hitting them, it is untrue. And we're going to have to take fairly drastic action pretty soon if we're going to come anywhere close to doing it. Fortunately, we are in a position at the moment where we are almost we're at an interesting time where we can press a reset button on a lot of what we do. There is a big opportunity at the moment to push changes through the system, to pass on the costs where that's necessary onto consumers and customers, because, you know, there are costs involved in changing our business processes. But now is the time where we can actually do that, and we can look at remodeling our businesses in a sensible and managed way. Increasingly, we're seeing our energy costs going up, despite the cost of oil coming down in recent months because of the shutdown. As things speed up, that will kick back in. Mounting power and fuel costs, along with the costs of related raw materials for operating, have brought into focus the need for much more cost-effective green alternatives. Lower power-consuming IT solutions, substituting energy sources, and recycling have a massively positive impact in developing the bottom line in business financial sheets. Corporate policies are concentrating much more on identifying and lowering carbon footprints caused by their IT equipment, their infrastructure, their equipment, their people, their vehicles, the ships, the airplanes. We're having impact on the weather, which is affecting how we're able to store equipment, the costs of storage, particularly refrigeration, massive. Locations of sites. Ports are going to find interesting as the sea levels rise due to reduction in ice caps. We're going to see an impact on how ports operate. Government and environmental protection regulations increasingly coming in. And in addition, we're seeing that the rewards for going green are becoming much more apparent. Early adopters of green supply chain management initiatives and environmental strategies are beginning to see a number of benefits moving through their system. Not only in terms of the way in which they can mitigate business risks and speed up innovations, because the management of the process actually enables much greater communication and flexibility across the organisation, which then improves the business as a whole and how it operates. It reduces operating costs in sometimes relatively short order, particularly if you're operating a 24-hour or nighttime operation. It can make a massive difference. It increases the adaptability of the business, You can promote the alignment with suppliers and customers, thus becoming preferred vendors within a green supply chain. Of course, the impact on the ability to attract good employees, top candidates, and your business continuity planning makes a big impact as well. You can increase employee satisfaction, and you are finding that the greener logistics and supply chain operators are able to attract some seriously good and talented people into the process just purely on that credential. And also, of course, in an increasingly competitive business environment, it does allow you to differentiate yourself from competitors by creating a considerable amount of brand distinction and recognition, which again puts you at the forefront of people's minds when they're looking at establishing a new business relationship with a logistics and supply chain provider. Green IT solutions in particular, and you'll know I'm a big fan of bringing in technological solutions to help improve things. They play a crucial role in helping you check for possible gaps, filling them to ensure the success of your green supply chain initiatives adapted by your organisations. It enables you to look at things like transportation route optimization, improving your energy efficiency and cost effectiveness of the actual transportation of your routes. You can look at ways of increasing the number of deliveries within the same resource footprint, which again starts to make a massive impact. You can look at the shape of your vehicle and transportation fleet, and how that manages, which can make a dramatic impact on the fuel costs involved. The automation of your transportation planning processes, which prepares in advance for unanticipated events in the supply chain, which then again reduces cost because you're reducing the risks of unanticipated events, you're reducing the occurrence of unanticipated events and delays and blockages in the system. You can streamline your business processes through automation and mobility solutions, so you can then reduce your expense on natural resources and helping you to achieve paperless processes. And boy, do we need paperless processes. So many solutions over the last couple of years have kind of pretended to give us paperless. That's now increasingly becoming a reality. And certainly on the accounting side, as we move to making tax digital and implementing all of those systems, most of the paper in the accounting process can go out the window, which is fabulous. We have the kit now to do it. And particularly as we move towards Brexit at the end of this year, we need to avoid implementing paper-based solutions. We need to be looking at implementing those paperless solutions to make it happen in a sensible way. Finally, the effective use of collaborative planning and forecasting in tools, which again reduces your overall energy requirements within your organisation. It reduces the overall resource requirement within the organisation, and so reduces your environmental impact. So going green offers a massive positive impact on the return on investment in your business. It means getting the right kit can significantly improve your productivity, significantly improve the return on that investment, and so make it a much more productive business and a better business to invest in the longer term, because you're making more money out of spending less. As I said, now is the ideal time for logistics service providers to act to ensure your long-term profitable growth. This is a good time to be doing that rebuilding and restructuring and looking at your systems. And if you're not doing that, you're going to end up being significantly left behind by those businesses that are doing it, because they're going to see their cost bases dropping quite considerably over the course of the next 12 to 36 months. And as we all know, with the margins in the sector, the size of your cost base is a major driver to your ability to deliver a profitable service to the customers at the price they're willing to pay. So there's my thoughts for today. Hope you found it interesting. Hope you found it useful. If you want to have a chat about it any further, do of course give us a call. Have a look at our website, drop us a line. Be more than glad to have a chat with you and to see how we might be able to help you on that journey. That's David Nicol here from Dingle Lane. Thank you for your time. Take care.